It's a little bit scuffed, but I've made it work. A little bit scuffed. Alright, retake now coming through the coast side. Well, not the opposite of coast side. What's the opposite of coast? The inside side. Onto the Mauga here. Riker doesn't find anything with the slam. Takes a huge chunk of damage, actually. Should be a good counter. Oh, are you okay, Ollie, mate? Why has he gone in there? Bit of a miscommunication, it must be. Ollie was a little bit early on that push. Comes flying through about a week before the rest of them, but they still have a Kitsune rush. They still power forward, but Riker's got 2 late trades, 2 good trades as well. Admiral is now back from the respawn. First to die, first back in the fight. That's Ollie's motto.
A falling star.
And Nightmare good for this second fight as well. Now Annihilation, Blade, B, all getting pretty close for Nightmare right now. And Timeless, these swaps means they're just a bit slow on all of these support ults. Squid nearly has this Kitsune rush, but time is against Nightmare right now. Oh, sorry, time is against Timeless right now. Ugh, I've got all mixed up. Annihilation has been popped. Kufra is so low, though. Kufra, is he just going to die in this? He has to full block in this Annihilation. Chopper has the overclock. Damage, but no kills. One more rail. Kitsune Rush is going to be invested here from Squid to keep pushing. But Bob has come out. The beat catches for Bob. That slows it down. They do kill the Bob. Now Blade in the mix from Zero looking for it. They slide for the touch. Luke Mino's going to die. They kill 2 people behind and now they are all over this Sojourn. No final slice, but the full deflect gets it done. And a dominant start for Nightmare in that one. Let me sort this VOD for you real quick. What am I doing? Rad versus Shikigami. Ooh. All right. Yep. If you watched yesterday, you'll know this is Squid's Moira map. Ooh, title 2. Good. There we go. Good for it. Good for it. All locked in. I think none of them count as an import because they have like a residency through their collegiate program. So I think technically they could get another 2 imports if they wanted, maybe. Why not? Get some Koreans in the mix. Alright, rotation early here, and Timeless are going to try and play the hazard here, but Volcano is the tightest of the maps, in theory the best for Remarcher. Wall misses onto Lethal right now, but UV gets caught in all of that, so they still get run over. A classic Moira gap from Squid. And a nice easy one for Timeless in this fight. After their impressive showing against Team Liquid today, I feel like the expectations for Timeless have gone through the roof. Absolutely through the roof.
You cannot escape me.
They do win that first fight here with conviction. And now Zera and Admiral are going to be making their way through this right-hand side. Bit of damage from the wall will slow Zera down. Squid is near to market, trying to get it on. Damage orb is going to get sent straight back at him, though. So Squid is going to fade away. Safely tucks away at the back of the map now as the rest of Nightmares try and take some space. Form has been used from Kufra. Slow onto Riker's caused a lot of problems with it. Oh, Chopper's going to catch Admiral, but Riker dies in the front. A better trade right now for Nightmare as they try and walk onto point with their Remarcher. Kufra is awfully low. Suzu will keep him alive for now, trying to play around that shield. Gets to his next form timing. A slow onto Chopper to clear this angle out for his team. And the retake is good for Nightmare right now. They nearly have the Kitsune rush. Squid a little bit behind on the Coalescence in comparison. But Timeless should be able to slow it down enough to get in that ult. Slow onto Chopper. Form's going to be committed. Ooh, awfully low as Rocket. He's running for his life. They're trying to pocket him. Good boot from Luke Mino. Forced back, but Zera's there to chase up the kill. And now the Kitsune rush. A little bit of Mike Tyson on the Kitsune rush there as Kufra just lays those punches into him. And now Nightmare all the way to spawn. Got him pinned in right now. Squid about to have this Coalescence now for... the Coalescence 4 for retake. Squid going to look for this opening here. Damage orb out. Looking for it. Won't go forward here. Wants to get the angle into Lethal as I lose every single pixel with that fade. They get the initial kill. Annihilation in response right now. They're trying to focus down Squid, but Squid has the fade. Will dip out of this one again. He's going to turn his attention to Riker. And now I'm buffering. And we're back. Riker died during all of this. The damage was enough. Coalescence not there to keep him up. And they have stolen the flip in all of this time. So they've actually traded cover. So Timeless are right on in this right now. Right on in this right now. I've got to find a better way to say something like that. Rocket lurking with the blade on the right-hand side. But after that trade and the flip, Nightmare are just going to wait for more people. Zero's going to dip his toes onto point for no particular reason. Just nice to get your feet wet sometimes. We'll regroup with his team. And now into a much bigger ult fight. Both beats up, both blades up. Expect those to try and be traded for each other. But Riker's got a downpour to throw into the mix here as well. But it's Chopper who kicks us all off with this overclock. Looking at the flank first. Now the beat push comes back in. Luke Minna with a later beat catches everyone. Only 3 for Admiral on that one. And Zero's going to get hunted down afterwards. No chance to get that blade up. And the re-push is good. A classic from Timeless. One ult to force the beat. Get the later beat yourself. And then Nightmare just have nothing else to throw into it. Retake now from Nightmare. Kitsune Rush coming up soon. Zero has the blade, as does Rocket. Kitsune Rush should be the most powerful ult in this next ult trade, though. They're coming from the high ground now. Kufa trying to take some space on this hazard. Looking for a slash on the backline, but can't find anything. Just spooks him away. Luca's a little bit low, but avoids getting caught by that wall. Rocket keeping the point contested for now, as Timeless have got us into an overtime situation. Kufa standing on the point right now. Blade coming in from Rocket, going downtown. Has forced it, taken out of the air from Lethal. Downpour as well comes through. This Coalescence fade away. Fade in actually from Squid. Beams him down. The blade is good for Rocket, and it should be straightforward now for the rest of it from Timeless. Pressure onto Kufa, pressure onto Admiral. Squiddle with the cleanup, and they're always good for the Moira map.
Into darkness. A taste of poison.
Hello, Blackout. Welcome.
Ready.
All right, tied up 1-1. What are we saying? Maybe Moira is the pick there. I mean, they keep winning it, right? They keep winning it. Yeah, I mean, the cold is actually, especially for a Kiriko as well. I mean, even the Juno, right? I know the Juno's banned in this situation, but actually versus either the Juno or the Kiriko, the Coalescence doesn't feel that bad. I feel like in reality, it should still be less value than Array. But, I mean, if it wins your fights, it wins your fights, right? Can't complain with the results, and we'll go into a deciding round here on Downtown. Zero is opting to play Tracer, Rocket onto the Genji here, and Squid, he's on the Moira, but now there's no Genji for him to tickle. There was a few different paths I could have with that one. I chose what I felt was the path of less evil. Zero's trying to get himself into a flank position right now. Has that angle, but Squid is marking it with that right click, just trying to annoy Zero. Take away his health. Now the dive in from Zero will steal the Mega. Damage orb coming his way as well. And Squid is just stuck in a 1v1. And Squid's not dying, but he's completely separated from Riker. So they lose him in the front line. And this should give a huge advantage for Nightmare to convert this first fight. Pressure now onto Rocket, forcing him out. Lethal will finish that one off. They are forced back to spawn. Wonder if Squid is considering a swap here. One more fade out. And Lethal's good for that too. Rocket will respawn. No ults to speak of just yet, but Yuvi's Kitsune Rush is actually charging a little bit faster than this Cole right now, because Squid spent most of that first fight fighting a Genji more than anything. Now the dive comes in, slide back from Chopper to keep himself safe. Rocket coming back, but Zero hunted down that kill, able to kill Chopper after that slide. Zero's going to get the pulse bomb before he dies as well. Zero good for 2, and Timeless, they just can't commit to this fight. Nightmare's going to force him back one more time. Lethal trying to farm this early rail. Has an overclock if they want to push early with it here. Luke Minna will have the beat to answer with, but actually Nightmare just going to take a step back right now. Fight from point. Lethal sees them coming his side of the map, so he's going to try and pivot to the other side. Overclock has been invested right now. Wall to block a little bit of it. Rocket wants to keep going. Deflect, so Lethal shoots himself. Now the Kitsune Rush push, and Lethal's going to get himself in back. Doesn't find any kills immediately, but the damage helps convert onto Riker. Now coming for more. Another dive in from Rocket. Lethal gets the Mega. Takes care of that one as well. Good overclock push here. Kitsune Rush was used as well, so talking about heavy ult investment, Nightmare, but they're going to give themselves up to a 99% situation, and they are staggering this Moira. Suzu forced, and they will eventually kill him. Massive stagger onto Squid, just taking the piss out of him there, Nightmare. Play Moira against us, will you? Squid will have a Coalescence coming back in this next fight for an attempt at his revenge. But an early engage onto Rocket forces him separated. The wall off as well. Trying to respond. Downpour comes out right now. Does catch him as well. It needs a bit of his Coalescence to survive right now. Rikey's trying to block everything. In comes the Coalescence just in time to save Riker. It's good from Squid. Damage Orb out as well. Will finish the kill, but Riker falls during all of this. Blade and beat onto point. Luke Mino's going to match it as well. Just trying to slice through this overhealth. But here comes Admiral to keep Lethal. And Lethal will turn onto Rocket. Send him right back. And this is looking good for Nightmare right now. Desperation overclock from Chopper. He was crazy in the clutch yesterday, but this is asking a lot. UV takes him down, and that'll be Nightmare winning map number 1. Ooh. Has this core ever been lethal? Lethal's a bit of a gatekeeper. Oh, good shout, Toby. Thank you. Let me do that. Let me do that. Let me do this. Let me close these. Let me go to the scoreboard. Quick numbers check. Let's see what numbers we like the look of. UV is 18 and 2. I'm going to say I like the look of that number. Rocket 15 and 9. I'm going to thumbs down to that number. Thumbs down to that number. Lethal dropping a 10k damage game. 1.2k ahead of Chopper. Less deaths as well, as maybe you'd expect. Yeah, not too much in any of it. Squid ahead on the damage. Just play a lot of that on Moira though. Nightmare beats Timeless, Timeless beats TL, and therefore Nightmare is the second best in NA team after SSG. We'll see tomorrow, won't we? We'll see tomorrow. Because Nightmare and SSG are... No, sorry. SSG and teams are going to play each other, so I guess we won't exactly see tomorrow. But we'll see something tomorrow. True, yeah. I mean, it's kind of similar. Do you remember when we watched Gen G and they were playing the Anacomp in lots of these places, and we saw... Kaneo had some problems dying, but not really that much. Cheers, Debbie. Kaneo had some problems, but the biggest problem Kaneo actually had was just that disconnect from the support on Pocket onto the hazard in lots of situations. Kiri and Juno, obviously, it's pretty decent, good range T-Link. Wait, am I not quite live? Let's skip. I've saved seconds off our viewing experience. Absolute seconds. Was this the Timeless team that got bought out and then lost to the new Timeless team last year? I can't remember the bees. They all blur into one, you know? All blur into one. Not now, Stormbreaker. Maybe we'll do one at the end if I'm feeling up for it. Pretty sure it's Dabby, not Debbie. Oh, that's my bad, Dabby. What are we going to see tomorrow? I literally, the longer I stay up, the less my brain works.
Cheers to that. Awesome to see the view counts are pulling these days.
Thanks, Zap. Yeah, I'm happy with it as well. Glad people are liking the stream / lurking in the stream for the free drops. I'll take either, you know? Beggars can't be choosers and all that. That's what a good friend tells me. We're going to see Shikigami Amplify and SSG Team Liquid. Okay. So we got like a relegation 6-pointer and then the partner face-off to round out the weekend. And what's in EMEA? We've got Sakura versus Vision and the Ultimates versus BP. Oh, actually, our final games in every region. Because Korea, the final game is Falcons versus Zeta Division. So actually, the final game in every region tomorrow is going to be ballistic. It was. They became TSM and then TSM lost to Timeless. Beautiful. How the turntables. Yeah, last game of Korea tomorrow fix, yeah. So like 1 PM, probably a bit before now, honestly. Probably like closer to a midday start if I had to guess. All the lurkers on the mainstream and mainstream chat. Yeah, I've never engaged with the mainstream chat. He didn't see the Team Liquid versus Timeless, what happened. I mean, it was a bit of a dogfight. As much as it was a 3-0, Team Liquid, like, 3 rounds on the Korf, overtime on Route 66, and Timeless just won every clutch, which was a major factor in it as well. But also their macro just looked way ahead. I think Riker looked streets ahead of Infected on the Hazard especially, and I think that's a huge swing factor for quality of your Hazard player in this meta. But in general, I felt their macro also just felt tighter in terms of the way they were using ults, the way they were using the downpour maybe in particular to counter some ults. And now we're going to Surabasa. This will be Timeless's pick. They're going to ban Lucio, and they want to play a Ball, Kiri, Ana comp here. So maybe questions on how the Ana's life will go. And it feels like Nightmare knew this was coming, because they have started on Sombra. A chance to punish the Ana here in some occasions, but also a chance to punish the Ball here. And for now, Lethal is actually just lurking, playing almost like a tracer position here with his Hazard. Slam comes in from Riker, but nothing doing of it. Just find a chance to beam UV. Double hit scan damage coming in right now. Rocket on the chase, but UV is actually skirted away from all that danger beautifully. Kufra will die for that kill though. And now Riker, little swing around, forces the TP out. Now looking for the slam, boot up, blocked by Admiral as well. Space onto point. They're trying to get the first flip here. Nightmare are close to it, but Riker's going to be on this point for forever. It's going to get hacked right now, and Riker will have to DP. That will allow Nightmare to gain the first flip, but they dealt with Rocket during this as well. I feel like in many ways here, actually banning Lucio from Timeless. I know the idea is you ban Lucio, so it's harder for them to get on your backline of like an Anakiri, so you can get where a scarier backline. But I actually feel like Timeless's comp would just feel better with a Kiri Lucio backline. I feel like maybe Timeless have actually overthought this one and put themselves into a bit of a tricky situation. Nightmare banning the Doom. I don't really get it. Rocket's going to die in this fight again now, and this is going to put an end to this push early on from Timeless. Kufra's going to try and get on the backline right now. Great chance to stagger them, and Luke Mino realizes it, so he's going to Kitsune Rush back, and Kufra could just disengage this one. Any kills with this Kitsune Rush? It's not looking good. Catch here. EMP from Lethal as they try and come through right now, and Lethal turns 2 kills with that. They force that Kitsune Rush so far back now from Luke Mino. And this is a bit of a disaster right now. Would they even be better on just like a Juno Brig or like a Juno Kiri or something? He doubting Capitology right now. My mind is filling with doubt. Riker's trying to get one more touch. We're into an overtime situation. Rocket's pulse will go wide. It's a nano onto Chopper right now, but here comes a rally. Here comes a raid. Chopper's life is short, but Yuvi's going to fly into mines right there. How on earth has that happened? Bash onto Chopper right now as Admiral comes out swinging. Zero finish that kill. Pop the blade. He's trying to clutch. The Squid, has he given him the slip? Defensive nade. Doesn't turn the kill though. Kufra dies on point. Timeless have swung the cap during all of this, and now Zero has to try and play his life, but I don't know if he can get out here. They're actually going to turn their attention to the Sombra first instead, so maybe that buys Zero enough space to get out. And somehow, some way, Timeless have scrapped their way back into this. So Chopper's going to swap onto the Cass as well now. So decent against the sort of double flanker, double flex DPS I think that Nightmare are running. And also provide someone to stand by Squid more often, so this maybe helps Squid live in a lot of ways. Cooper's going to take a big chunk of damage, getting harassed from Riker behind, boot into everyone's line of sight. Now the downpour comes out. Can Chopper get out of it? I think he's out of it actually, and Rocket's killed Zero in the back. Now Chopper can walk in, take over point, shooting back at everyone here. Avoids the slash as well. Sleep now, sleep nade, and this is the punish. That is so good. If the Yana can hit that sleep and then the Cass can hit a few dinks, maybe even a fan the hammer. They did concede the flip during all of that, and Riker's going to die late, which isn't the end of the world because Ball is awfully fast, you know. And Kufra is going to swap onto the Winston right now. Both trying to get the comp advantage here. And maybe, just maybe, Cap was right all along. Desperate touch right now. Zero does get the recall off as well. Shields distributed on point. Sleep onto it. Kitsune Rush now. EMP in response to the Kitsune Rush, but everyone's going to live on this Kitsune Rush, I think. Squid's in on the most trouble. Kufra falls. Desperately close to double top support ults is Nightmare, but they're not going to get it. The nade is good. Squid hitting all of these cooldowns. Another one, and Squid will live on a sliver of HP. Squiddy, good for it. And Timeless right back in this one. Timeless tease. They're right back in it. Looks like Cap has found the gap after all. Tracer, Sombra, Winston now from Nightmare. Can punish the ball, but I think in reality they still just want to try and take advantage of Squid and Chopper here. Don't have a Briggs appeal for them, only have that Suzu. They're positioned on point right now. Riker and Rocket have to do a lot of work to try and deny some of these divers connected with their backline. Riker's going to roll through now. Bubble use just on point for Cooper, just to hold the space. Now the Ray push comes in. Nano onto Riker. High noon defensively from Chopper. He's going to get bashed out of it. Sleep onto Admiral as he goes for that one, though. Can't get the kill, but there's mines behind you, Zero. Look out. Now they can repush. Riker is back on point, throwing more people towards those mines. They're dealing with the Juno behind. Chopper will execute UV. Another one. Low HP Brig on point. Easy cleanup for Chopper now. Riker's still fighting this Sombra, but headshot coming through and Riker goes round the other side. And they kill Squid, but Chopper gets all the cleanup. And it just... Honestly, Riker's getting so many mine kills early on in this. It seems unlikely. You never normally see the mines get kills, just kind of deny an area of space, but this time it's working. EMP Primal coming back right now as UV is going to go on, so it's just Anna Brig right now. So in theory, more chances again to punish the ball. Surprised we've not seen Lethal, we would just go to the cast or something as well. Chopper's a little bit low right now. As Nightmare is trying to tiptoe over point. Primal into the back as this Kitsune Rush comes out, and Lethal is looking for the follow-up EMP right now. Pressure onto him, he's going to EMP the point. That's going to shut down Rocket. Admiral will finish that one. Now walking forward. Kuffer's going to die for this one. High noon repush, and oh my god, Zera. Oh my god. Zera had a vision, but I don't think it was a vision he wants to see again. UV is trying to stay alive, but the nade is good from Squid to finish that one. Could have just de-peeked it. There was absolutely no need. And Timeless did concede for flip during this, so Nightmare will get another shot at this retake, but I don't know. Unnecessary. Unnecessary is the word for that for Zera. There's probably some less kind words you could use as well, but we'll stick with unnecessary. Now, UV getting close to this Nano, but Squids is ready to go already. Chance to throw this one onto Riker again if they want. Or they can even just throw it onto Chopper, turning into a bit of a raid boss on this point. Dive to force the TP back from Luke Mino, but Cuffer half HP on point. Pulse bomb onto him as well. They're trying to boop him out of that when he has to jump and concede for space. Admiral is naded, but it's kind of on him and Zero to get the touch. Zero will get the next touch. Admiral's going to dip his toes on. Now Cuffer comes in with his nano boost, but he's half HP already. He's just going to get taken down. Admiral with the rally. Defensive nano is onto Chopper, but he is naded, and Admiral is in his face. Pushing it forward with Zero. Zero will finish that kill, and the retake is good. Rally from Admiral, getting through a lot of work. It's a Tomathan thumbnail? You might just be right. You might just be right. Yeah, don't have a good answer for the Doom ban right now, because Nightmare obviously would have banned second as well, so I don't really know what they were worried about, honestly. Because Timeless banned first, so yeah, Doom ban seems a little bit wasteful from Nightmare. Yeah. Either way, we're in like a very different looking matchup here on this Saravasa, so the hero band's doing their job. Nade onto point does catch Kuffer. He's going to have to try and jump out, concede the space, has to bubble defensively as well. He's 1 HP, a downtown sleep onto the flanking Brig right now, and Squid's going to rotate forward with the Kitsune Rush, flip the map on them, but Chopper's going to flip the map the other way. Happy to go fight Lethal here. Doesn't find anything with those sped up shots. Now the high noon swing comes in. This time they're going to deal with Lethal. That's how you do it, Zero. Pulse Bombo. Zero's good for the stick this time, and Kuffer's actually back. Manages to find one trade. Kuffer nearly has the primal, actually. Could play for the clutch here. Zero is 1 HP. Does he feel it's clutchable, Kuffer? He's trying to milk it as long as possible. No, he's just going to die. He's going to save for primal for next fight. What's a 1v3 situation? I don't know. Maybe people were coming back fast. Admiral was on the Kiri. I think he was ready to go for it. Kuffer chooses not to attempt the clutch. We'll see if the decision pays off, because they find themselves 2 rounds down now, Nightmare. In a position where they have to reverse sweep this flashpoint. Lethal on the cast, Admiral on the Brig, UV on the Anna. In theory, this should be a much better response now to minimizing Riker's impact. We'll see if that translates into reality, though. Riker on point for now. Sleep will come out onto Zero, catches him. Squid's good for it again. Oh my god. Squid's been so good this opening weekend, honestly. Rocket with a pulse bomb out now, doesn't find anything. Jump in, coming right now. Reload to pick up Luke from this one. Looking for the nade. High Noon in response. Kufa's going to have a hard time getting out of this one. Lethal's going to try and walk up on that High Noon. They've lost Riker on point with all this time. Now they're going to nano Chopper in. Oh my god, for 1-2 combo. Trying to shield it, and Chopper's just taking over. Bringing these sights for bubble from Kufa. Will slow Chopper down, but he's got full pocket. Kitsune rush to keep going. They won't stop buffing Chopper. Somebody nerf him. He's still walking forward, but Zero gets the kill. Squid and Luke are good for it though. And Timeless, they commit to the retake. They've scared everyone off. Great play. They gave so many resources to Chopper there, but he delivers. He does enough to get him the flip. Cost for Nano, cost for Kitsune rush. So expensive, don't get me wrong. But they're back in control of point, and that's always a nicer situation for the Ana team. And in this situation, we're both the Ana team. So better position for Squid right now. Kufa's going to try and get his way onto point in a second to start forcing the objective. Riker has the mines right now, but no clear targets. They're just trying to get several angles on Kufa to clear him. Now Kufa engages into the backline, just trying to clear the ball. Now the mines are out. Forces Lethal to cancel that High Noon early. He's trying to force point, but he's trapped behind a Tracer. He's trapped between mines at a hard place, and he chooses for hard place, will die for it. Still trying to flip point. Nade lands onto Kufa right now, has to bubble defensively. Kufa's going to have to jump out one more time. Zero's going to have to DP as well. They remain in control of point all the way through. Timeless now, Barati coming back, catches Chopper. He has for High Noon if he needs it to try and survive. Defensive nade, but he's just going to try and shoot his way out of dodge. Kufa is half HP as this rally push comes in. Another good bash. Now the High Noon back. Admiral's low. The sleep is good from UV. Nano out as well right now onto Zero. Can Zero carry? Oh, Pulse Bomb's going to land for both, but Zero's got that Nano charge. Counter Nano now onto Riker. Trying to focus down this Winston, but I think Kufa might... Oh, not quite be safe. Doesn't get round. Rocket going to be back soon, but for now it's Zero stalling point. He's got full pocket from UV, and they can keep this overtime triggered if they want. They have no choice, remember. They have to win this point somehow, some way, Nightmare. One more touch right now from Zero. He's going to get anti-naded. I think he's going to finally burn that recall. Lethal is back on Sombra. He is isolated right now. Can Luke find the kill? Come on, Luke! Come on, Luke, mate! He can't confirm the kill. Lethal gets away with it, but he drops a Kitsune rush in main. Luke is naded, but he is okay. Now with this Kitsune rush, Kufa is 1 HP. He will fall. Now Luke walking forward. Lethal 1 HP. Can't get away with it a second time. And this will be just Timeless taking a 3-0 right now. There we go. Force is a very different matchup. Ooh. Force is a very different matchup right now, but Timeless look good on it. Looks a little bit ropey at the start. I don't know if a Winston actually caused more problems than it solved than anything else. Chopper, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. I mean, hell of a performance from Timeless, right? Good comeback there. They win their map. Take us to a very non-hazard, hazard-centric situation on this Surabasa. So now I guess the decision, actually, if I'm Nightmare, is I probably just want to force us back to hazard right. That's where we had the success. So Flashpoint has been taken already. This is why it's maybe quite a clever ban, actually, because Flashpoint's one of the best modes where I think you can force hazard a fair amount. By Timeless picking that map, they also deny that option for Nightmare, as well as denying stuff like the other hybrids as well, because remember, Flashpoint and hybrid are all together. If only they ever could for Doom. If only. Alright, let me do this. Let me do that. Alright, tied up 1-1. Series is delivering so far, right? So, yeah. So, what am I thinking if I am Wheats right now? What's my play to get back onto Hazard? Do I just go... Colosseum is a bit of a weird one. Could just go Esperanza, right? Could just go Esperanza. Esperanza, something like maybe a tank ban just to protect Hazard or something. You think UV should be on Liquid over RuPaul? That has to be a hot take, Bazo. I mean, you do have a reputation for hot takes, but that has to be on the hotter side. Squid might be the best performing NA player. Like, yeah. Yeah, I feel like sometimes people are, like, too extreme with their rankings, where, like, I feel like, what you want to do in situations, I think, more often, because we do this a lot in sport as well, right? Now, to truly be, like, the best or whatever, blah, 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 you have to have, like, a body of work. A big, you know, a list of achievements, a list of strong performances over a big period of time, right? If you're just bad in 1 or 2 games, say on a weekend, that's just, you're in bad form, right? Like right now, Squid is in top form, right? That's I think the way that's the way to speak about it. I think like right now, Squid is in top form, and probably does look like it in form. Best flex support in North America, you know? Yeah, like, so I think this is the thing, and I feel like this is like, I feel like maybe it's just a bit of a disconnect, because in traditional sports, like, I follow a lot of football and NFL, right? People will talk about form all the time, right? And I feel like sometimes when I see, like, discussions on Reddit or wherever, we don't talk about it. Yeah, CJ in good form as well. Kellen's right. He might be a little biased, but I think he's right. CJ had a great performance as well, right? Yeah, people are still reactionary, whereas I feel like form is a better way to just describe, oh, he's playing really well right now, you know? Oh, you're top 4. Kellen top 4? Yeah, I mean, easily, Kellen. Surely you're top 4. You might even be higher than top 4. Too humble. Oh, you on support is top 4. Do it. Do it against Team Liquid, Kellen. Goodbye, CJ. Well, this means... Well, Kellen, you replace CJ. I'll play Winston for SSG. And then we win North America. See you in China. I feel like RuPaul's got the best Anna in North America. Not this weekend. I guess he's already played it this weekend, really, has he? Not a lot, at least. But yeah, it's probably something like flex supports in North America, Kellen, RuPaul, CJ, Squid, UV as well. Maybe it's a top 5. Alright, we'll get a little bit of a test now, right? UV is the best Anna, I'm reliably informed by Bazo. Let's see if that translates into reality. Both on Anna right now. Just kidding, Squid's going Kiri.
All of us.
It's going to be a Winston mirror, so ban-wise, Nightmare are going to take us to Dorado and ban Hazard, so trying to force this dive mirror. Response from Timeless is to take Widow out of the equation, so it doesn't let Lethal play that one. Oh, early dive though. UV's going to die immediately. It's just easy for Riker. And the backline from Nightmare, they just fall over. The gentlest of winds blows in their direction, and a crumble. And an easy first fight, and some free cart progress for them. Alright, they're looking for the late pressure here onto Zero, but he's got a full pocket. Riker will give the space. Now looking for the next dive attempt. Riker's coming through near his left-hand side. Or taking a lot of damage, actually. Has to bubble defensively here, so no chance to go for a second. They do at least clear Kuffer back as well. Squid's a little bit closer to this Kitsune rush. UV is to the Nano right now. Looking for the next chance to engage, but Timeless have conceded a little bit of space right now. Nade goes out from UV. Catches Chopper. No follow-up from Nightmare right now, though. Now they start going around the corner. They just want to slide in, but Dynamite catches them on the way in, though. They have to Suzu as they get into that bubble, but they catch Kuffer with it. Squid's about to have this Kitsune rush if they really need it. Oh, Riker's gone one jump too deep, though. He went for a little bit more. Squid's going to take the duel on the left-hand side. Pulse Bomb is nowhere near from Zero, but Lethal's going to do stuff. Force that Suzu early with the Dynamite. Then gets the late kill onto Squid as well. Lethal doing it all for him. all for his team right now. And this gives Nightmare not just time to stabilize and get the good positions again, but most importantly, time for UV to get that nano as well, because they might need it, because this support ult push from Timeless coming in, Kitsune rush and beat, better primal to follow. Nightmare are going to need every tool possible. They're going to bob early here right now, trying to buy a bit of time, and Timeless are just going to try and cheat this out, a full disengage right now. A no value bob comes out. Timeless are a little bit low, but nobody falls, and now this push is coming. UV might be worth saving this nano defensively. Let Kufa just use his primal, because this push is coming hard. UV's going to throw it onto Admiral here. Try and charge up rest from that rally. Beat over the top. They are trying to kill Admiral. They kill him 10% away. UV's going to fall as well. Zera's killed Squid in the background right now, and Kufa still has the primal, but it's only the two of them left. Kufa has to do the biggest primal with his life, and they do actually kill Chopper actually in this. So Kufa and Zera trying to make it work. Kufa's prioritizing his life a little bit, and Rocket denies Zera the Mega. Can't quite get his leg over it in time. And now Kufa jumps back onto point, but he's got no support on this one. It's going to be really hard to get out. Pulse bomb to seal the job for Rocket. Admiral's going to rally for it. They think it's clutchable. Lethal's still trying to peek in his left-hand side, and Lethal's found the kill. Lethal's pushing up. Squid's going to challenge him, but now the primal comes in from Riker. Overclock as well, and Chopper looks like he will finally finish this one off. Getting juggled around and just setting up these shots for Chopper. Finish them all off. Riker and Chopper will get it done in the end. Does cost him all of the ults there, Timeless, eventually. They capture first point. Most of their time used on that first point, and now Chopper looked like he was considering a swap for a second, but opts against it. Nightmare will have time to get their backline and their Ashe onto this high ground. No ults to speak of. Squid's actually gone on to Ana here as well, so now we get to see some of that Ana v Ana matchup. Ana with Lucio though, so in theory Squid's life might be quite hard. Luke's life is going to be really hard right now. On fire, but can get... Luke's going to have a second peek? Grow up, Luke, did he go for a second peek? Why did he have another look, Luke? Come on, mate, you were burning on half HP. Lethal will just take that one as it's presented to him. Nade onto Kufa on the high ground will allow Riker to clear it out without using a bubble of his own, so now Riker can take his turn, look for more pressure, stages onto the high ground, a chance to go deeper, but they might just wait for this beat before really committing. And when they get this beat, that's going to be their timing here, Timeless, to really try and kill UV. UV has a nano of his own, but Kufa is awfully low. Pulse bomb in the back is wide from Zera during all of this, and I think they're ready to go for this beat push. Riker is on half HP. They will beat round the corner. Defensive Bob comes out. They're all over it. Bob is going to get slept right now. Kufa's going to chase Chopper in, and Bob is now awake again, and Lethal was just able to take over this high ground position. Bob does so much work, and it completely negates that beat push. Backline more than safe from Nightmare. Doesn't really have to use the nano defensively, UV. Lethal's going to show everyone his flower. And now bubble onto the high ground just so Lethal can keep taking the piss, firing into spawn right now. Coach going back to the next high ground. Just trying to waste a bit more of Timeless's time. Charge up their ults a little bit more. UV has the nano for this next engage and a primal. Luke is onto the brig of his own right now. Nano onto Riker. Don't think he got anywhere close with that one though. Oh, Riker is naded and he's just, yeah, getting taken for a bit of a ride. Eyes on UV right now. He's going to try and preserve this one. Has to bubble his way out. Kufa has primaled right now. Riker might turn it back with a primal of his own. Now he's coming for the backline. Kufa has been slept here. Can they find the kill? UV gets for sleep, but not before dying, though. So Riker will be safe. And now we can turn his attention to the rest of the backline. Onto the brig, onto the Ashe here. Squid cleans up Kufa and Zera on point while this all happens. And now Riker can set up close. But that costs Timeless a lot of their ultimates. Look at this retake for Nightmare. Nano and Rally. Rally on point, Nano to dive. This is Timeless need a big clutch right now. They need Chopper or Squid to find something. Nade onto Lethal. Admiral is there. Shield up for his buddy. Riker's going to jump there as well. No ults to help Riker out of this one. But Rally's going to come. But Bash still trying to jump out. Or doesn't quite land on the high ground. Pack's coming his way. Everyone drops from Timeless to pocket him through. They nearly have the Nano. All the eggs in this nano basket right now for Timeless. They need Riker to make something happen with it. Just trying to build up his ult. Lethal and Chopper both getting close to Bob as well. Kufa's taking a decent chunk of damage, but can get full pocketed. Bubble doesn't cut off the healing to Kufa, so he will be okay. Now the Nano onto Kufa, onto the backline right now. Booped onto the low ground. Sleep is good, actually. Nano out from Squid. Oh, it is onto Riker. He's low HP. Bobs will be traded on point right now. Kufa looking for another engage, just trying to harass the Tracer. Will drop on this Bob to try and finish it off, and Kufa has made an absolute meal of this. Kufa, mate, what's going on? Kufa's going to have to run for the Mega, and now all of a sudden it's going to fall apart. Disaster for it. Zero still has the Pulse Bomb, though. It's clutchable. Pulse Bomb onto the shield, though. Blocked by Luke just in time. Now this rally is still going on point. They can bash. Maybe Kufa's so close to the Primal. The bash. They kill Kufa before Primal. They're going to keep it going right now, Timeless. Dive for Bob. Don't put the bubble on Bob. Then just take all the damage from Bob. Something's wrong in that equation, right? Something's wrong in that equation. Alright, Timeless have struggled on all the points, but they will make their way all the way through to third point. Right, has a Primal to keep this one going. Good for Primal as well in this next one. So, a couple of White Winstons going to give it their best crack. Onto the backline now. Riker's just full contained them, and now they have their own the high ground for their own backline, I should say, for Timeless. Riker playing here, just trying to mark for Primal, but Kufa's actually got him locked in a room right now, so a nice easy one, and Riker's not even going to invest right there. Zero was behind the entire time as well, so a perfect cut from him. And there we go, just about to nice for Mega as well. Primal gets its job done for Kufa, and it looks like with only 30 seconds left on the clock, Nightmare want to go early in the spawn. Look at UV's position. They're going to catch him on the rotate. Oh, great bubble from Riker. And UV's going to die for that. Oh my god, Riker. The awareness. He's alert to the threat. What a perfect bubble to deny that nade from UV. And now they're pushing forward. Nano and Primal of their own. Rocket will get the touch, and we are going to overtime right now. Lots of ults coming up. All about these next Nano turns. Riker's going to get himself onto that slope, and it's a slippery slope, so he's coming down fast. Nade is going to be missed. Nano onto Riker right now. He's just playing around on the roof. Kufa's trying to find a kill on the backline. Riker has this Primal, and Chopper gets separated from the backline, so Kufa's found the kill. Riker is sleeping in the back right now. They're going to try and kill him, but he can get the Primal off. Pulse Bomb is wide from Zera. Rocket also misses. Riker trying to find a kill with this defensive nade, catches them. They get back inside. They are all low. Bubble right now doesn't catch it. Riker can't confirm any kills with his Primal, and now a Bob on point. Riker's going to tank it to keep it away. Rally is going for Luke Mino on point right now, but they need so much help. Defensive nade keeps everyone safe. Just in time from UV. Squid is trying to make a play. Riker is also low, but they are keeping the point contested right now. Chopper is about to have a Bob. Where is Chopper? Where is Bob? Here comes Bob. They try and disengage it. Nade is good onto Kufa. He will fall. They keep this payload going. Kufa dies on 99%. Primal. Disaster. Squid has dealt with the divers once again. Last hit Master, Dynamite out for choke. Admiral has to throw his body on the line, and he is going to die. And Timeless. Oh, he gets it over. 99 for Kufa. I actually feel like I need a... Because he gets antied as well. Because Kufa's above him right now. Drops down with Bubble. Gets naded. Not able to counterplay the nade, and just gets absolutely one shot. Okay, full cap for Timeless. And we've talked about, tennis theory throughout the day as we've been here. This was Nightmare sending it to dive because they think they would have an advantage here, but Timeless going toe for toe on Nightmare's pick. Think about when we went to Saravasa, right? And all of a sudden, Timeless got to kind of like shape the matchup a little bit, and Timeless absolutely smashed him, right? Now we go over to Rado. It's Nightmare's pick. Nightmare gets to try and set the matchup. And it feels pretty 50-50, honestly, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, like, Squid keeps filling the kill feed, but it feels like we're never on the Timeless backline POV. So, when in doubt, give Squid all the credit, I think. Why not? Hard carrying. It's true that the backline's not dying, right? Either way you cut it, whether you want to give, like, who actually is responsible, I guess, for making the good play. It's probably in part both of them, and either way the result is they're living. So as a backline, playing very well right now, Squid and Luke. Lethal's just going to go for a quick flank onto the high ground. Winston's right on him there to bubble, give him a little bit of extra opportunities to peek. just a bubble trade from distance right now, but Lethal gets to hold for high ground. No bubble to push him right now. Too deep for Riker to really commit to, I think. Lethal is down to 100 HP, tries to get that peak, will get some packs, boot onto Riker, forces him behind, but I think... Oh no, he managed to stay on the high ground, Riker, so he will be okay. Trading places right now, and oh, Squid, he gets caught by Lethal peeking for that one. Riker's going to try and double down and get a kill, but they're going to try and get out here. This is maybe a mistake from Timeless. I think it's a die on point angle. Such a high risk they get staggered out right now, Timeless. If they get staggered out, they'll lose a chance at a recontest. Oh, Chopper's going to get caught. Riker's down to half HP. Zera's pushing for more right now. Maybe if it's just Chopper, it's not the worst to take it, but Squid is awfully low now. He gets away with it too. Trading ult charge on the high ground to 2 Winstons. Riker going to try and send him down. Bubble onto that high ground right now. Will clear him out. But he needs to go for the touch soon. And I guess Rocket's going to get it for him. Riker needs to go for a more valuable target, I think. Again, trying to get Kuffer out. Rocket comes in for the first touch. Admiral forced for recall pretty quick. Now the bubble onto point. And Chopper dies quickly on the respawn there. While Riker is forced to contest point, Kuffer and Zera are going for kills. Nade back from Squid, forces a back jump from Kuffer. But now Zera is into the backline again. Another dive with this nano. And again, Kuffer and Zera combine nicely here. Backline will just die. UV's playing games with him. Sorry, that's Squid playing games with him. Gave him the juke, but it doesn't change the course of the fight. And that is a dominant first point right there from Nightmare. Only cost him the nano too, so plenty of ults to try and keep this one rolling. Lethal's going to take a little cheeky peek round the corner here with his E-mate. Dynamite out. Getting pressured now by Riker. Lethal not scared of this, folks. He has full pocket. He even has a bob. Riker's just going to stare him down, keep zapping him. Lethal's going to show him a flower. Force back nano actually onto Riker here. That was ambitious. For whip shot for Coach, everything hits Riker. Is he really going to double down with Primal? No, he chooses the safe option here. So it's a wasted nano from Timeless and from Squid. But they don't double down and invest more ults, and Riker will just re-establish himself and his team with the high ground. Lethal again seems really keen to take the top right from his team's point of view. But the payload's been moving this entire time. Riker drops to try and stop it right now, but Kuffer holding onto his bubble, so now Kuffer can go high ground with his own bubble right now. Riker's going to jump back up. Zera. Oh, Rocket goes for a pulse bomb, and Admiral, how did that one stick? Has Admiral got magnets in his pockets? Lethal's just going to drop the bomb for the crossfire here. They have to rally in response. I told Admiral not to pack all those magnets. But he didn't listen to me. Riker's going to have to pop this Primal to deal with Lethal. He's taken him for a ride on the rooftop. Double pack for Lethal, though, and Riker realizes he cannot get the kill. He's just going to go deal with point instead. Tracer's awfully low. More packs coming their way, though, so Riker will stabilize with the team. As the dust settles, Timeless have used almost every single ult except for this Bob in this fight. So Nightmare have a huge ult advantage for this upcoming push. Timeless need to play for trades. Rocket and Riker need to make a little bit of water into wine here. Maybe some bread into fish, if you were to ask an Australian. Now the dive comes back in. Squid and Luke take their back step. They're tucked inside, but there is a Tracer behind him. Sleep was flung at that from Squid, but doesn't connect. Primal is going on to Chopper right now, and no chance to save him, but Rocket has traded Zera for it. Now the Primal catches Luke Mino out, but defensive nade is good, and Luke is on the roofs, but it's a rally push coming from Admiral. He's made his way all the way up there, but Riker is good for a trade in the back while this happens. Payload is still moving towards the point, but Squid nearly has a nano. He misses the sleep, though. He throws that nano onto Rocket. Desperation, they need Rocket kills. Oh, the perfect sleep from UV. The recall from Rocket will keep him alive. He's still pushing for more kills. UV has a nano of his own, but Dynamite catches actually from Chopper, and Squid is there. Squid and Chopper from downtown, and Timeless, they clutch it out. Riker and Rocket did the early work getting those trades while that rally push was happening from Admiral. But then, the re-push, the nano from Rocket buys so much space. Riker's right there with him again, and then Chopper and Squid, they push up while that is happening. Because Kuffer is not there to put the same pressure on, we're able to walk forward. They realise they have the opportunity to take some space, have a larger impact in the fight, and Chopper and Squid do exactly that. Important stabilisation. This is one of the best parts of the map to hold on if you're defenders. And now Nightmare's chance to go with their own nano. Initial jump in comes from Kuffer. Save for nano, though. Maybe the nano onto the next jump. Nade is going to go out. Nade doesn't catch anything. Sleep is good from Squid, and Luke and Squid are just going to give him the slip. Oh no, they're forced back into this room. They're underneath. Luke has killed Lethal, though, as he tried to push underneath, pat onto him. And Kuffer realises he can't get the kill. He goes back to clear point, but Luke and Squid, They're just having a jolly old time right now. Back even onto the high ground. Riker will stabilize with them, and Riker has the primal. Pressure onto this backline right now as we enter the final minute. Riker just playing around on the rooftops, buying time for his team, building up a... Well, he's already got his ult. Just doing damage because it's fun. Nano over the top now from Riker. Tries to land on the backline. Oh, the sleep is good from UVivo. Lethal's going to put a load of damage onto him. This will force for Primal. Can Riker get any kills? They're trying to boop him out. He tries to juggle Kuffer in instead. Kuffer will be good for this one, and Riker can't get anything. It preserves his life, but not a lot more. The Tracer is stuck behind right now. Zera and Rocket are fighting it out over that Mega. Bob push is going to come from Lethal. And Rocket, has he got the advantage? Rocket gets the Tracer gap and gets the recall. Chopper gets the Ash gap. All the gaps at just the right time for Timeless. Rally defensively from Luke Mino deals with it. Kuffer's going to turn the Primal. They're trying to clutch this fight out. Oh, but Kuffer just has to leave with this one right now. And those ults don't get any value right there. Nothing from the Bob, nothing from the Rally, nothing from the Primal. All on UV's next Nano turn, but they have to touch before UV has this Nano. Zera's going to have responsibility for that, but Zera also has the Pulse Bomb. Rocket's going to mark Zera though, make his life hard. Recall is burnt immediately. Somebody else needs to get the next touch. Kuffer is above right now. He maybe needs this Nano just to help him live. Topped back up for now at least. Now looking for this Nano engage. Whip Draw has been used. That's going to be the trigger. Kuffer can go. Pulse Bomb is good from Zera. Takes down Squid. Now bubble onto the backline from Kuffer. They're trying to clear up behind, but Rocket's Pulse Bomb is also good. Dynamite comes through and Lethal helps secure that kill. Back onto point right now. Riker is down to half HP. Admiral and Luke Mino just swinging for both. Trying to get it up desperately. Trying to finish the kills. Riker jumps onto Lethal right now, but he's traded by Custer. The chase right now. Rocket can't finish the kill. Pack onto Kuffer. Keeps him alive for now. Chopper is coming back on Reaper. Huge nade from Squid. They're all so low. Admiral will die. Now back on the Reaper, and that will break the bubble. Zera will fall and Timeless will get the hold. Custer? All Australians look the same to me. Look, guys, I don't see Australians as different people. Just one homogenous group. Oh, but what a dogfight at the end there. Squid with the clutch nade just when his team needs it. Like, it was so close to Kuffer having bubble. Because this could really go either way, right? Because it's like, Riker gets the kill onto Lethal, gets traded right back. Oh, yep. And that's just it. It's just fatal, isn't it? It's just fatal. Squilder. All right. And that's Timeless winning on Nightmare's map pick. And now what's going to happen is Nightmare gets to pick the map again. But the situation is brilliant for Timeless, because what happens now is even if Nightmare win this next map and we go to a map 5, good for viewers, Timeless are going to get to pick map 5. And they get to pick from all the modes they want. They just can't pick a map that's already been played. So a super powerful situation Timeless have got themselves in by winning that Dorado. Exactly. Tennis Theory. They have broken Nightmare's serve, which now gives Timeless the ability to serve in the decisive map, if they even get there. Obviously, Timeless could just win it straight up in a 3-1. Map 5 is terrible for you because of the time. Yeah, I mean, it's bad for my sleep schedule. Love that you get to see Lethal's flower. Cheers, flushed. Nightmare looking clean. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Alright, sorry, I was checking something. I'm with you now. 2 AM, you still want to play some games after? We might be going all the way, chat. Yeah, last game tonight, Jebsy. Can we get? Oh, we should check the stats. Actually, I forgot to get. Let's lock in here. Imagine if I was good at my job, chat. All right, scoreboard. So this is round 3. We can take a look at the Suravasa, but this was super one-sided, right? This is for Suravasa, and That timeless 1-3-0. Luke dropping a cheeky 23-1. Good on you, Luke. Kiri Master. But this was the most one-sided one, right? Like 30-3 for Riker Kuffer. But let's look at the Dorado, because you know, it was what, 3-1 in the end. This was a lot more competitive, I think. Maybe the biggest one here is looking at 12 deaths from Zera. And then backline-wise, Raptor... Oh, why have I called him Raptor? Admiral on 8, UV on 10. Squid and Luke on 7 apiece, so only slightly higher for Nightmare. Maybe the big difference is Riker on 5 deaths, Kuffer on 3. Look at Lethal's damage. Jesus Christ. 19.3k damage for Lethal in that one. Just under 3k above Chopper. Oh, no problem, BZ. Glad you got value out of it. Kuffer threw away the second point, yeah, with that Bob drop. Yeah, I mean, they were just fine, right, Annie? And that was the worst part, is there was just like... Sometimes the best decision is just don't do anything, right? Just stabilize. Get another fight going. They had time to contest and stuff still. Are we going to push? You think Nightmare will be better on push? I mean, it depends what comp they want. I think they just want to go back to the Hazard. I was a little surprised that Nightmare didn't try and take us back to the Hazard on Dorado, honestly. Or not on Dorado, but instead of picking Dorado, picking something like an Esperanza to force it. I mean, maybe you want to play the... you want to pick Escort, just because if you don't pick Escort, there's a real chance that, obviously, Timeless can then use that against you. But they can do that anyway. Because for map 5, they all unlock, so it kind of doesn't really matter. I guess you avoid it twice at least. But yeah, I'm surprised we didn't just go like, what else is in the Escort pool? Like Route 66 or something, that's like a bit more reasonable for the Hazard. Trying to force for Winston feels like a bit of a hot take. Be nice, Anian. Old wholesome Kellen. It's alright, we go into Esperanza, and now I feel like this will be the mirror that they actually want, right? It's important to have multiple hobbies, Nete. Alright, let me crack what might be the last cold one. Alright. Esperanza. Don't do it, Squiddy. Come on, Squid, mate. Squid, you're so good on the Juno. Just play the Juno, mate. Come on. Come on, Squid. Alright, so Nightmare are going to take us to an Anaban here, which stops maybe any of the Anakiri type shenanigans. Favorite player of the series? I'm honestly, I mean, Admiral is probably the one I know best. But Squid is my favorite player to watch right now, probably. He's on fire. Alright, so, yeah, so the Anaban, I guess it stops any shenanigans at least, and protects the supports for Nightmare 2. The Ramatra ban, again, it sort of stops like any sort of weird comps or anything coming out. We've seen Kuffer play Ramatra before, but I think in reality, both teams were pretty happy. Pretty happy just to take this Hazard Mirror. And Luke's maybe not going to be too happy about that one. Immediate death. Caught out on this. Player advantage now for Nightmare. Probably won't be watching the Apex now. I'll be, if it's on after this, it's too late for me. I did see a little bit of its, what's it called? HELS? Or those 4 letters in some order. I saw a little bit of it, but I've not really been following it properly. Alright, difficult retake now out of this room. Good wall as well, puts Chopper under a lot of pressure right now, but Kuffer can't find it. ALGS, thank you, Doors. Riker's going to get caught out, though, and this is the problem with this retake. It's so hard to play in meaningful positions for Hazard where you can't just get surrounded by this high ground. Now the boot out onto Rocket will secure one more kill for Nightmare, and they are fighting right back in this. That should just be checkpoint as well, really. Just a couple of single kills, a couple of players getting caught out. Alright, Zero's going to get caught on this one now as they rotate. They try and go for the flip here. They do give themselves out, but Riker went the other way and he dies. They have got player advantage, but tank disadvantage right now, Timeless. Need to just keep Chopper alive, allow him to farm. Pressure onto Kuffa, disrupt a shot. And oh, UV thinks he can clutch, but they've lost Kuffa. Beat in response to that from Luke Mino here. And honestly, they probably almost didn't even need it. That's going to be in the hot take category for UV. Why oh why did he throw the ray into that one? But damage was kind of already done. Thought he could clutch it. Ends up being a poor call. At least they get the beat out from Luke as well, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. And now Nightmare can play the other side of it where they have the beat into the Ray. Ray does beat the beat over time, but if you hit the beat and you can get a kill within those opening sort of like 1.5 seconds or so, you can still win these engages. Alright, Ray's going to be dropped from Squid right now to keep the push going. Riker's maybe caught it there. No escape from him. Just waited for Riker to commit one of those shifts. And then as soon as that, and Lethal wants to overclock out. 4v5, Admiral catches Chopper. Beat comes out from him to keep this push going. And they will just overwhelm him right now. Rocket pulled the blade, but so did Zera. And Zera's was backed up by a beat. And in the end there, it was a ballsy call from Nightmare. We saw UV try and clutch the fight before. Lethal and Admiral happy to pull the trigger there. And Nightmare seems to be going balls to the wall in this map. They know the series is on the line. They have to win this map. They have to win the next map after this. But they're not backing down. They're playing to win. They're not playing to not lose. And now they have control of the high ground again. Obviously cost them a decent amount. But it's a 1-for-1 ult situation right now. Back onto the high ground as Chopper's going to swing out on top of a wall for him though, and he'll finish off Kuffa, no problem. Trying to land difficult shots onto the high ground, but he's going to get one more good swing with this. Looking for the connect. Ooh, catches UV, but it's only a body shot. UV will live. They've actually lost Luke Mino while they've done this, and oh, Chopper will steal that last hit away from Rocket. And now it's Timeless back in control right now, trying to hunt down some of these late kills. No wall available for Riker to catch anyone though. Now they're going to push for the checkpoint of their own. Wall to try and force the objective. Torpedoes and a slash onto Kuffa. He's used most of his block right now. Defensive wall comes out from Kuffa to buy himself even more time. But now a little bit low on cooldowns, Kuffa. But as is Riker, so both are going to have to back up for now. UV has the raid ready to go already, but it's so difficult to raid from low ground to high grounds here. Dive onto the high ground from Zero and ooh, tries to boop him back in there. Nice play from Riker, but it doesn't come off. Now the raid push comes through. 98% for Squid, 99% for Squid. They need it right now to try and live. Riker's going to send it out, and oh, both downfalls are going out. Everyone's caught up in that one. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath right now, but Rocket's found 2 already. Zero's trying to respond, but he can't find it. Admiral has the beat. Don't clutch this one, mate. Just see what you can do. It's a 3v2 situation. Genji v Genji, and oh, Admiral's going to get caught first. And they win for 3v2, they got the checkpoint, and they win it just in time to keep this robot moving forward. And Timeless will put the first post-checkpoint meters on the board, really. Luke and Admiral both have beats in this next fight. Both Genjis have Blade as well, but Admiral's in a spot of bother right now. They're all on him, looking for the boot back. It's a beat push. Admiral is safe, though. Can beat back, keeps everyone safe. And Lethal taking more shots with this overclock. Damage onto Riker. Low on block, has to go back. Rocket threw the Blade into that, didn't find anything. Same story for Zera, but he's going to go for one more slash. Catches Rocket, but it's a Genji for Genji trade. Torpedoes out right now. Riker has got very little HP left. He's going to go for mega good wall denial from Kuffa. Well played. And now with that Hazard advantage, but Hazard's so strong in these cleanup situations, even if you miss your slash like that. Nightmare will clean it up. Chance to push back.
Hey.
And now, overclock retake for Chopper. Squid's got a slightly quicker ray in all of this too. So a great chance to win this next fight Timeless, but again, we've always got to talk about the positions on this. High ground so much more powerful. They're going to wrap all the way around here, actually, Timeless, but the payload's just moving away from them, so they do give a high ground advantage, but they can't catch anyone. Chopper's got the overclock to keep swinging right now, but he has to slide backwards, actually scared of that engage. And this is buying more and more time for UV to charge up that raid. There's a Genji fight top left, and Chopper's going to try and get involved with that. It's actually turning into a raid push right now. Disruptor shot onto Lethal to force him into a overall position. It does exactly that with a bit of a help in hand from Luke and Baboop. Luke will die for that boop, but it was worth it in the end. And Chopper's going to drop the overclock, but I feel like it's mostly kind of over. I don't know. It was like a 2v2, but it was a 2v2 where one team has Hazard, I felt like. So I feel like, actually no, it was maybe in a 3v2, yeah. So I don't know about that one from Chopper. I think they were really fine, especially their side of the map as well. Now Downpour available for Riker. Kuffer's not far behind, but the ult advantage is the overwhelming one for Nightmare. And if I'm Timeless, I probably want to invest, I want to maybe either try and kite an ult, or I want to try and trade Downpour for one of these support ults. It's hard to win this next fight. Oh, Rocket dives in for a play there, but UV just about survives, and now 5v4. Nightmare now can maybe try and just win this one without investing any ults. Tries to dive behind Riker, but it is blocked by Kuffer. Kuffer's still in a spot of bother right now. Now Riker's calls the trap. Just about squeezes through Lethal, but he takes damage for it. And he gets that kill, but Nightmare is still plowing forward, and they still haven't used his support ults, even without Lethal. I think Nightmare are going to invest here. They'd be wise here. They've got the ults to overpower him. Ray's going to be coming through from UV, down for Riker to try and turn it. Catches Admiral, but he gets the beat off. Beat doesn't catch everyone, though. Counter Downpour comes out from Kuffer. Riker will fall as a result, and Nightmare, they're looking good to take the lead. Chopper's sliding in, trying to do something, but just a Hazard blocking on point. And as we enter the final 2 minutes, there's still loads of time left in reality, but Nightmare have got the lead just about now. DPS ults available for Nightmare, but Luke is very close to the beat to respond to one of these with. On the other side of it, though, there's nothing to really deal with Rocket's beat directly. Early overclock coming through, looking for this Juno. He slid in Lethal, no fear! Will get traded out by that blade from Rocket in the end. They're going to double down, and Luke's going to beat for this. Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe he had to, right? But Nightmare will be licking their lips at that trade. They trade Overclock for Beat Blade in the spawn of Timeless. Yeah. So a difficult situation. 1 minute 15 seconds, so time is limited. In reality, they only probably have to win 2 fights to really threaten lead here. They have for Wraith in this first one here, Squid, but the plan for Nightmare is going to be maybe Bladen, make sure you force for Ray, and then UV will have Ray advantage for the potential last fight here. Zero's going to Blade in, there comes that Ray, and oh! Squid and Chopper are just going to die. Where is... Oh, the Ray is out, I think. I think I saw it just off screen, but the damage has been done by Zero right now. Trade's still coming in, but this is not going to be a clean fight at all for Timeless, even if they can eventually get it over the line. UV will get taken down last. Zero's actually good for a trade as well. Really annoying. And Riker's actually struggling. Can't even close off that kill. Riker's just trying to stall it out. Dives in there for the Genji. Forces him back. Timeless are regrouping, but that was the Ray used, and now UV at some point is going to have a massive Ray advantage. Downpour a piece right now. Timeless needs to win this fight really before this Ray becomes online. Chopper's going to have the overclock, so we can actually start the fight first. All eyes on Chopper right now. He came up clutch yesterday in many, many situations. Going to need more of the same from him here. Chopper looking for it. Any dinks? He's sliding off the high ground. Chopper's committing. He's doubling down. UV's just staying hidden right now, but he's only passively building ult charge. Downpour comes out for Downpour. Catches 2. UV, don't invest it now. Nightmare, hold on to your ults. They have to hold on to their ults. Any trade would be massive right now. Rocket's going to dive in. He get... Oh, sorry, Zero dives in and he gets it. That's a huge trade. Unbelievable trade value there. Even though the ult situation is somewhat reasonable for Timeless, they have a beat to respond to UV's Ray and Downpour. But that trade is so big. Chopper's going to have to go Tracer. He's rushing back to the fight. Lethal's going to have Overclock, and Nightmare should have the combo to win this next fight. Timeless need to buy a little bit of time. But really, Nightmare's best option is an aggressive beat push. They need to try and one-shot it. Luke's going to play it slow. Beat catches everyone. Chopper is back now on the Tracer. They are all over UV. UV dies in that Ray. Downpour comes out, though. It catches 2. That's going to lead to 2 kills for Cuffer, but Downpour is good. In the sky right now. Rocket 80%. They're trying to pocket him through. Squid just get 1 trade. Squid has been good, but the overclock in the back. Rail sets up Zero for every single kill, and the DPS will get it over the line. And Nightmare are sending us to a map 5. Whew. Was it a boop, Valen? I did wonder how UV ended up in that room. Because I was like, why is he there? Am I on auto? Maybe I am on auto. Oh yeah, you're right. Look at this. Eyes on Luke as we go into third person. Like comes here. Yuvi's like he's trying to stay out of array, and so he can, or not like intentionally, but like stay close to the array. And then he just gets booped into the room because I was like, why is Yuvi in this room? And then he's just completely isolated. But honestly, credit has to go to Kufa because this downpour is like if this downpour doesn't hit both Chopper and Riker, this map is so on. Or like this comeback is so on for Timeless, honestly. I mean, honestly, for Chopper, surely the Tracer can avoid downpour, right? So maybe Riker's a little bit harder, right? Because he has to stay point. Maybe he would have had to like he kind of has to stay point, so he has to maybe save like his wall for roof or something. And then, yeah, it buys enough time, gets to the overclock, and then just really easy kills. Again, it all sort of snowballs from that, like, from that trade Zero got, right? Because otherwise, if Zero doesn't get that trade, Chopper's never back on Tracer to, Okay, good night, Panda. Map 5 so funny. It's a dogfight, isn't it? Who knows who's strongest in NA? Where are the Chinese? They're back in March. They get their servers in February. Then OWCS China is back in March. So through the tier list of ownage, Liquid loses to SSG tomorrow. That's what it would say. I've heard it called many things. The cycle of ownage. Team A beats Team B, but then Team B beats Team C, but then Team C beats A, and we're just in some kind of eternal loop of who's strongest. When does the major start? When is I think it's April. I think it's like a really long way. It's like really far away. But like regular season is it runs all the way to I'm making my calendar up. I think it runs all the way through February. And then regional playoffs start like the 1st, 2nd, 8th, and 9th of March. So I presume China will start probably sometime around then. Will you co-stream China? Yeah, probably. I think China should pull quite nicely when there's like not a lot of other action, so it'll probably be quite a nice opportunity to watch a lot of those games. And obviously be familiar with the teams that are going to end up going to the major as well. No idea about the exact schedule of China yet. I don't think anything's really locked in that sense, at least that I've heard. Prefer OWCS or Overwatch League? I mean, have to prefer Overwatch League. I mean, it kind of doesn't work because it's not a successful business model. But for me personally, as someone who who benefited from it, got to work there, Overwatch League was nicer. But I guess that's always going to be true, right? If you're just pouring money into something that's not sustainable, but people who are getting the money poured into them are probably going to be all right with it. Are most partner teams disappointed because they started scrimming later? Don't know, because also, don't forget, we've also had the opposite thing be true, right? Where, like, Alkud, Sia, and Genji... I know, to be fair, Genji did, like, get a bit of redemption by winning today, right? But they both had boot camps in Korea, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think for certain teams as well, like, the cope for Team Liquid especially is, Knife's not over yet. They're not in the team house yet. Maybe it doesn't really feel like the season started in quite the, pardon me, quite the same way for Team Liquid. Because there's such, like, a clear step up for them. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Built If. I was really surprised if they came back in with OWCS. I thought they'd just sort of, like, open it up for anyone to do it. All in on Timeless? Alright, cheese. Map 5, banger. Who's got it? Who's got it? What the predictions say in map 5? 54% timeless. Alright, timeless believers. Predictions closed. Let's lock in. Route 66 to decide it all. Remember, this was Timeless's choice, and we're going to try and play Anna Juno here instead. So a greedier backline. Tracer Sojourn as well. Obviously, Timeless banned Genji, so which is why everyone's on Tracer. Obviously, Timeless probably quite happy to force a Tracer mirror. Genji is Zera's best hero, I think. So whenever you can force him onto Tracer instead, Tracer is Rocket's best hero. Slight advantage there. The Winston ban from Nightmare just kind of really ensures there's no shenanigans right now after their success that Timeless found on Dorado. And it'll be Hazard to finish it. The big question here is Luke and Squid on the high ground, but Lethal's just going to swing with this Ashe. In theory, the Ashe... Most people would say Ashe isn't really playable into this type of mirror right now, but no problem at all for Lethal. Will catch a nade, so now problem for Lethal. They double down onto him, but Admiral bodyguarding his buddy. ISU alumni keeping each other safe. And now Lethal's going to look for some early damage. Dynamite will go out. Doesn't quite catch Squid with that one, but now Lethal has a chance to set up on the high ground. And Lethal's just farming on this Ashe, already close on this Bob. Luke's actually closer though to this Nano, so that could be the first ult coming back. Expect this one to go Riker's way. Stalling out on point. Squid and Luke pocketing each other through that Bob. Onto the high ground, they're going to Nano out, and oh, the one shot onto Lethal. He is made to pay for throwing that Bob. UV's going to get caught as well by Chopper. Now chasing around. Thank you, Built Diff, for the Prime. They're trying to play for trades right now, Nightmare, if they can get any, but they're all piling back to help him. But they do lose Luke late. Lose Luke late, saying that 3 times quickly. Deep in the back now is this Tracer Lucio. And where, oh, where is my Lucio going? He's going to the respawn queue is where he's going. Zero will be able to stay alive. Tracer a lot more independent in that sense.
I'm taking the payload.
And now Abachug, Lethal's going to get caught again, and this is maybe where, you know, we see some of the downsides of this Ashe, but Riker is hard walled off. They pocket him out of it for now as Zero's going to try and pressure payload, but Rocket's just stalling that one out. Squid did feel the need to invest via Ray here, I think partly because of that wall. Nice drive-by from Chopper to take down Zero. So it'll buy him a little bit of time, but they still have to deal with this Ray disadvantage. Because even though Riker got digging out one shot, once he got walled off by Kuffer, forced the Ray out of Squid, so now Yuffie has Ray advantage. A chance for Nightmare now. Looking for that Ray engage. Speed ring forward. Going to drop that Ray. Eyes on the backline. Torpedoes out. One's going to catch Squid. Oh, no, deep peeks actually. Squid's trying to give him the slip. But he is getting beamed down. Beat from Admiral over the top as well. And Luke not very close to it at all. This will be clean up on point. I don't think they get a recontest here. No. So now it will be first point going for way of Nightmare. But made to work for it, weren't they? 3 minutes off the clock. Can't have too many complaints about that, all honesty, if you are timeless. And oh, they come flying from downtown again. Riker has got the moves. Pulse Bomb trade from Zero now, so they can maybe just keep a little bit of space. Remember, the attacker spawn is closer in this part of the map. So they'll try and bully their way through. Lethal walking already. Riker just resetting to the high ground, trying to be a little bit of help for his Lucio, get Luke out of dodge right now. Recall has been forced. Riker's going to turn his attention onto this Kiri, looking for it from downtown, walled out, crossing the entirety of the map, trying to get him. Pressures him back, and Yuvi's actually been taken out by Squid in all of this. They were trying to take high ground, but Chopper with a response. Admiral knocks him right back down, but Luke's there to help. Chopper's going to need some help right now. But he gets it. Zero still finds a trade. Always good for one, isn't he, Zero? But it's only Luke, so Lucio will be back fast enough. And that was kind of just a full neutral, actually. Walled out early from Riker, doesn't get all that much value, and now Rail will help clear and force Riker back. He's just on payload for now. Chopper slides onto the high ground, overclock in hand. Lethal having to take below road. Just trying to force point. Overclock from Chopper now to push. Riker's going to drop down. Downpour comes out and oh, Chopper just runs at Zera. No fear at all. Chopper good for that one. Lots of pressure onto Kuffer, but oh, might regret that. Kuffer finds the trade actually. Now this Ray comes out from Squid. Overclock from Lethal in response, but he's going to get chewed up by that Ray. Imagine holding a gun against a giant beam from the sky. No chance. Still though, big picture, I'm maybe looking at this from Nightmare's POV and I'm thinking we do now have double support ult coming up. Again, similar situation to third, right, where Squid has to use the Ray, but UV doesn't have to use the Ray. So a clean chance at the push now with this next Ray timing. The saving grace for Timeless is the cart is much further back on this point than it was in the previous time they were in this situation. No sudden moves from Nightmare, I expect, until they get these support ults. Zero's just trying to steal a few meters on the payload, and Kuffer's just going to get one shot on the way in here. Disaster, Pulse Bomb looking for the trade, but Rikers will live through that. They're still trying to force Rocket back right now, but they have no hazard, so they're limited on how much they can go. Lethal's actually in quite aggressively here. Need to be careful not to get staggered out right now. Rail catches onto UV. He is oh so low. Lethal was kited a different way than his team. Oh, there was a wall behind him. He had no choice. And they're going to stagger out a little bit here. And I don't know why Nightmare didn't just leave after Kuffer died.
30 seconds remaining.
All comes down to this double support ult situation here for Nightmare. Can't afford to lose this fight. Can't even really afford to trade that heavily either. Timeless have the option not to invest too much either, but Luke Mino, he seems interested. Go, Luke, are you kidding me? You have to be fucking kidding me. You have to be. So he's taking the piss. He's taking the absolute fucking piss. Oh my god, the fight is still going on. Nightmare are going to win it thanks to that opening from Luke Mino. Jesus Christ, was that the worst Ajax I've ever seen? What was that? Oh my god. And that's overtime spawns now as well. When this retakes, let me lock back in because that. Sorry guys, I think I'm traumatized from having to witness that live. If anyone needs to speak, feel free to reach out afterwards. Timeless are going to come in for the retake. UV's going to drop the Ray on point now. Downpour to try and deal with that. Don't know if they locked anyone up though. UV is awfully low, but finds his way into the Ray. Now the Downpour from Kuffer should finish the job, but UV actually dies during this, and somehow Rikers live. Pulse Bomb is on Kuffer. He's stuck in here. It's an absolute dogfight on point. Lethal's got the overclock on the high ground. He needs to find some digs. One onto Chopper. Can't find the finishing blow though. Now he drops onto the low ground. Damage onto Riker. It's enough though. Kuffer and Zero on point. And oh no. What a turning point in the series this could be. All of a sudden they find themselves on third. No right really in many ways for Nightmare to find themselves in this situation. And here we go. Luke Mino catches Lethal now as they flip the map to try and get an extra fight out of this Timeless. Zero is in behind. All dies as he goes for the Pulse Bomb. Doesn't get the recall off. So they will get a nice free fight here, Timeless, to stabilize on this next corner. And they have the Ray for this last fight. So another very good looking situation here for Timeless. A chance to close it out. UV doesn't have a Ray to match. They need Admiral's beat, but they're going early with the overclock, and UV's going to get caught immediately right now. Nightmare, if they can find any trades here, or just all live, that's also okay. But look at Admiral. He's the only one close to ult, and he is in a right old pickle. Admiral's trying to get out. He gets the B off. It's a 4-person B, actually. Riker's going to steal the Mega here, and that will ensure the kill onto Lethal. Ray comes out from Squid now to try and finish the deal, and they are all over Kuffer. No escape for him. Luke Mino's got the beat as well. Come on, Luke. This one should be a little bit easier for you. On point right now. Waits it overtime. Victory beat from Luke Mino, and they do get the stop on the first corner of third as well, so pretty early on third point. But my god, it could have been so much better, no? It could have been so much better. Replay, do you want a quick replay? Oh my god, it was so egregious. Beat push is a decent call in this situation. He's just peeking the door the entire time. Oh, it's just impossibly bad. Oh, and he jumped. I know. Oh. Tomathan is actually spoiled for choice from this series, right? Between the Zero triple blink. Oh my god. This Luke one. Oh. I mean, honestly, Walkstars, I think you're like, I think you're right. That's like a potential big shift. I think there's a huge difference, because if Timeless... The difference between holding on second and third, I don't know. I mean, let's see, right? Let's see. Let's see. 5 ult from Squid doesn't find all that much of anything, as you would expect, really. That'd be good, Claire. Send it to Tomathan now and get your copyright fee for it. All right, spawn hold here. Kuffer straight onto Chopper, forces him all the way back. Slide out is okay, and Lethal isn't have the same luck against Riker, actually. They all try and turn for Riker. He's out of block, so he will fall. 1-for-1 draw. I'd say 1-for-1 trade, but actually Chopper and Rocket got way more. Just going to be a die on point situation for Nightmare right now. And cruise control in his first fight. Rocket's going to steal the Mega from Kuffer as well, but Kuffer's more interested on dying on point than anything else. And that'll be a nice quick break of the spawn hold for Timeless. Chance to set up aggressively. Chance to get a nice bit of staging for Riker and Rocket. And hopefully they can deliver a little bit of R&R to the Nightmare backline with it. Luke playing up there with them as well, as they have 2 on point now. Timeless keep it moving forward. No ult's really going to be in play for this next fight outside of Rocket's Pulse Bomb. Early wall on the choke just to put some damage onto Kuffer. Doesn't find all that much, really. And Riker's actually going to cop a rail, be forced all the way out. And they had all the space here, Timeless, but they've had to concede it all. They're going to have to fight back for it now. And Luke's going to get caught by that wall. Lethal force onto the high ground, straight into the path of Riker. Riker has doubled down for this kill. Rocket will confirm it for him, but can only make it a 1-for-1 trade. They have to back out right now. Chase coming through onto the backline. And Timeless sent back to the spawn. Chopper might die late here too. He will die late. And if anything, Nightmare, if they want, they can even set up a spawn hold again, but looks like they're going to back it up to the corner instead. Always a little bit awkward doing the spawn hold when the cart's this far forward, especially against a Tracer, because they can just get behind, start pulling you in different directions. So we're just going to hold the good corner instead on this U-bend. Ult's coming up now for both teams. Support up slightly closer for Nightmare, though. But they're just trading onto Kuffer right now. Wall behind him. Rocket's going to blink for Mega. Zero's found a pulse bomb during all of this. Rocket's is not so good, and all of a sudden, everything is going Nightmare's way. 2 for 0 in the back before being taken down. Trades are positive for him, and the Tracer will be back quickly enough. And where is Luke going? Where is Luke going? Oh, he's going to die even later as well. Oh, Timeless, not like this. Not like this. And Nightmare hold on to both their support ults as well as we enter the final 1 minute and 30 seconds. Timeless is going to get one shot at this, and it's going to be a big ult fight. This is tough. Trying to clear Kuffer off the high ground right now. Pressure onto him as Squid is going to peek. Downpour comes out from Riker. Oh, catches all of them. Great downpour. Can they finish the kill? Squid can't find the finishing blow. It's Luke who dies. Somehow, someway, the Nightmare backline live. Downpoured right in front of everyone. Luke has died, so no chance of a beat. Squid is going to die. Chopper's just trying to look for a trade. Rocket finds one, actually. They're quite low. I mean, Riker's still fighting. They might not even need to just look for trades, but it could just win the fight. Rocket's going to be good for 2. Rocket and Riker can confirm. And no Luke, no problem, say Timeless, as Riker and Rocket get it all done with a bit of help from Chopper in there. Timeless now pressing the advantage, but Nightmare, they can get a retake going right now. They have the beat and the overclock for it as well, but Timeless can match all these ults. On the high ground, beat right back now from Luke Mino. Admiral's going to beat back, but it doesn't save Lethal. Crucial kill from Rocket right now, but they've lost Squid in return. Zero's good for it. Chopper's going to slide away from that pulse bomb and that slash. Now into the background, Zero gets another one. Chopper trades him right back. Final 18 seconds right now, and Kuffer has taken down Rocket onto the high ground as Chopper, but here comes Kuffer. Chopper needs to try and play his life, and he just can't. Kuffer's going to clean up. Final 10 seconds. Riker needs to try and play for the touch. He needs help. He needs people coming back. He's going to get booped away from the car. He's trying to run for it right now. He does get the touch, but he is getting just obliterated from Custer on the high ground. Now onto Squid. Squid doesn't have it. And Timeless, it's all fallen apart for them here on Route 66. No more touches, that's just it. Did I say Kuster again? Guys, I've been up for so long. Guys.
Incredible.
I low-key trolled so hard this weekend and just...
No, you went beast mode that last round, bro. You good shit.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's okay, bro. I'll remind you, you can walk up.
I mean, they got full held
Victor
anyway,
fixes
right? So in
everything,
theory,
right?
no
We'll see you
difference.
next week. Alright.
But
So we can
Good
fix
stuff
everything.
indeed,
Like
guys.
momentum
We're in
shift,
your
right?
front now.
Momentum
So
shift.
here together with
Jesus.
Matt and Mitch.
Good job, guys.
This is great job, great job.
Let's see if they can hear us.
Good job.
No one remembers the map
Hello,
scores,
hello.
alright? We'll fix everything this week.
They only react to Jake
So
usually.
I just changed
so
my
that's
like
what it is.
daily routine.
Just get
so
dono
much.
walled.
But we can just keep on
Actually,
listening. Yeah, I
so
find this interesting.
This is what was happening when Immo was trying to ask for a pause.
So lowered.
Guys, we really need a pause. One's mic is off. Guys, it's Jake in your comms. Can we get a pause here? One's mic is off.
Wait, I don't know how long we're going to play this one out.
That's a good point. That's a good point,
Yeah.
Megan.
Yeah, I think we could just turn this into a conversation.
This map,
Matt,
bro.
you and I, we
They
got
could pick
this.
any map.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna pick like an
Yeah,
actual
literally,
time.
it was... Yeah,
They just want
good points being made.
Or if they want,
You boys hear
That's all
us?
stuff I wanted to ask.
something tells me they don't, Mitch.
I don't think they can hear it.
Surprising. Something tells me I don't think they do.
That's fine. You know
Dono
what?
walling.
A for effort. I think we tried really hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've muted him as well. Okay, then. Alright, into the replays, then. Oh, Timeless. Alright. So awkward. I know, production's had a little bit, it's been a rough one today, no? Rough one for the production, rough one for the thing. Alright, see you tomorrow, BZ. All three test members will need to leave for broadcast to fix this. It's the only way, genuine rage. Alright. Did they say who player of the match was yet, or have we not got that far? Who's player of the match? It's a little bit... Is it Zera? Is it just Zera? He kind of went hard on Tracer on that last map, and I think he's been pretty good all series, right? If give or take that one pulse bomb attempt on Suravasa, right? No, last game for the night, Jana. Yeah, I agree, Zebra. Shout out YouTube chat. I agree. I think, like... But, like, the more important the series got, the more Zera did, you know? Or, like, the more tense it got. Yeah, I heard, sorta. Because the broadcasters were fucking late to the party. They started the game without putting it on broadcast. And, I think they wanted to restart when Genji was 60% up or whatever. Actually unbelievable. But alright. It's nearly 2 AM. I'm quite tired. I need to be up in, what are we? We're about 6 hours out. So it might be a quick exit for me. A quick exit for me, and I'll be back tomorrow morning. Tennis Fury in shambles. Unfortunately, Wilder. Pay out for map 5. Good shout, Jam. For 40% of Nightmare Believers. And what does this mean for who's the strongest in the region? Is it SSG? Wait, let me do the math. So Timeless beat Team Liquid. Nightmare beat Timeless. And SSG on top, right? You know what would be really messed up, though? And I don't want this to happen, obviously, as the SSG streamer. But if Team Liquid beat SSG, we complete the circle. Right, we complete the circle. Thank you, Yang is godlike. Thank you for the prime. So either I'm rooting for SSG tomorrow, but it is funny if we complete the circle here, right? There's just a big 4. They're all exactly equal. Oh. You're right, Carbs. You're right. I should check my wallet. All right. I'm going to get out of here because 0 player of a match seems reasonable.
That is Zeru. Are you with us?
Yeah, hello.
He is
Look at, like,
indeed.
look at
Zara,
this
welcome to the
fucking
show.
guy.
Congratulations on the dub. Let's talk about the mindset coming
that
into
profile
this
isn't.
one.
Look at that
What was the prep
profile.
looking like? How did you guys recover from, well, the start of the season, which, I mean, it was a bit of a
Can
beatdown, right?
Infected
Just
shut
yesterday.
up? Zero's on
Did
camera,
you
mate.
take
Have
away
some
anything from
respect.
that match that helped you prepare for today's match?
Well, as you know, Nightmare, we fielded kind of a new roster, so I think it was like a day before the Swiss started that we like confirmed our roster and like had a scrim.
Wait,
So,
can you see
right
Kellen?
now, a
They're
lot of
playing
it has
ball.
been, like learning how to play with each other.
Is he playing ranked or is it
and,
scrim time?
Like kind of figuring out how everyone thinks, because a lot of my new teammates play a lot different from my teammates last year, so it's been a bit of a struggle for me. But
In Havana?
going into the round robin,
Quick,
we've been
tell
practicing
Hunter, quick.
really hard and
Ban
make-
ball on
making sure
Havana.
we're reviewing. And to be honest, like our scrim results were really good. Like we've been doing really well in scrims, but it feels like we still need some time to get adjusted to playing in matches. Like I feel like we haven't
Enhance.
really been showing our true like selves in matches. So we just got to work on that.
I gotta ask one tremendous series today from you, but Hero bans something new here for OWCS. When a team goes and tries to ban like a Genji and you know that's targeted at you, how does that make you feel? Obviously, I think it's probably a sum of respect, but then you're also like, man, I want to play my hero.
Well, I mean, it feels kind of good and feels kind of bad at the same time. I think I'm definitely a contender for best Genji in the region, and I think I can compete on the like world stage with that hero. But overall, like, I'm very
Yeah, he is on
confident in my other
Antarctic. Kellen
heroes.
lied
Like,
to us.
I'm really confident in my Tracer, my Pharah, like my Echo.
Is that not Jib?
Like I'm.
Nah, I think it is Antarctic.
I believe I'm a flexible player. My Genji's probably my best, but I'm not scared to play any other
I'm
hero.
enhancing.
I think it's fine.
Now, Zero, you mentioned obviously, you know, there are components of this team that are quite new, but
No,
we
it's
have
Havana,
the
it's Havana.
maintenance of
Kellen was
that,
right.
You know, that nightmare call
Yeah.
from last year. You guys obviously, you know, it's a big step up for you. You were out in Stockholm, you're on the stage, you even had the space station and L in the first game, you know, out there, and then things get more challenging, I think, over the course, and you end up falling to the
Never
shock.
doubt, never
What were
doubt.
your
You guys are
biggest
right.
takeaways from that LAN event, right? That huge opportunity to show what you're made of on the world stage, and has it changed how you think about like future opportunities to compete at events like that?
Well, Stockholm was a really big learning experience for me. Playing at that LAN, like I felt what it feels like to win a really important match and to lose a really important match. So I kind of just decided to take that experience and learn from it, so we can, like, I can move forward and better myself as a player. I'm really grateful for experiences
I need to go
like
to bed, son. I need to go to bed.
because I'm really young still. I'm like 18.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's kind of sick. Like, is there one thing that you would have done differently if you could go back? And you probably will get to go back this year, right? If you keep playing like this, but
Don't let Infected go Junker Queen.
One thing I would do differently is
Don't let Infected go Junker Queen.
I guess just not feel so stressed. Just go out there and have fun. Just like, it's important to remind yourself that at the end of the day, it's important to just be having fun, not put too much pressure on myself.
That's right. And nothing's more fun than winning, and that's what you guys did today.
All right,
So once
I
again,
think that's wrapping us, Ben.
congratulations,
That's wrapping
Zero,
us.
to you
Let me
and the
end
squad, and can't wait to